When you hear what I've got to say, I'm sure you won't be able to turn your head away.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. We got another special guest, my man Rob Wright. Appreciate you for coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate Team Final for having us in the building. I always like to start off with an icebreaker, but like let the people know who you are and where you're from.
Rob Wright III, and I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay. So my icebreaker question is, if you could make a choice not to ever hear music or lose your ability to read, which one you picking?
Not be able to read.
Alright. Why you say that?
Because like music, like it like start off my day, or like if I got a big game, I listen to music, get me locked in. So.
Okay. What's 3 artists you listen to?
V's, Lil Baby, and Young Boy.
Okay, so you like V's about. So as far as your upbringing, you say you're from Wilmington, but how did you grow up?
I grew up in the city, like around like everyone, and I was kind of like still sheltered, like because I got a good family and like support system. So I got a little bit of both worlds.
Okay. So who inspired you and your family growing up?
My dad, my grandfather, that's inspired me.
Okay. And like, how did they inspire you?
My dad he just like a hard worker, do anything for his family. And my papa, he just set the foundation for like everything.
I feel that. Who inspires you outside your family and why?
LeBron James. That was just since I was a kid. I just love how like he just get everyone involved on the court, and then off the court, he just get back into his community and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's definitely a great example. So as far as growing up, like, was your dream always to play basketball, or did you have other aspirations?
Nah, my dream always been to play basketball since I was a kid. It's just I love doing it.
Okay. So like, the first time you picked up a basketball, what you think of it?
I don't remember the exact moment of the first time, but I know I was a little kid, like 2, 3.
Okay.
And I just been playing ever since.
Okay. So you never played no other sports?
Well, when I went to Sanford, we had to play like 3 sports each season. So I played soccer, lacrosse, and then football and baseball as a kid.
Okay, that's what's up. So you're an athlete, man. At least you was an athlete. So, what went into your decision to leave Wilmington and go to Neumann Goretti?
I would say, D1 Fade.
Yeah.
Isaiah Miller that go to Temple. One of his old heads, like when my dad was talking, and like they was talking about like how big of a change it is just going up right to Philly. So I went up to one of the practices and workouts, and then I just ended up going there.
Okay. That's what's up. So, like, I know as you growing your career, like social media plays a big impact on sports, entertainment, everything right now. So what do you think is the negative and the positive things that come on social media?
I think the negative is that like when someone has a bad game or something, like they can get like people talk about them crazy and stuff. But I think it's a lot of positive too. You good, everybody know you, so it's good.
Okay. And like, you played a lot of places so far, but where did you play at and get surprised that like people know who you are? I feel like everybody know you, but I feel like
I would probably say at one of the UIBL sessions, like when all these little kids be coming up to me, I would like,
you be feeling like Brian.
I want to say Brian, something like that.
Okay. So, was it ever an option to stay in Wilmington and play? Like,
not after 8th grade. It was.
I feel that. But I feel like also, like, you know how some people say, like, I want to put on for my but I feel like you made it so undeniable. Like you went out. Usually people at feel salty about that. You feel me? But I feel like you made it undeniable. Like I did my thing, so you can't really say nothing about it. So you had a lot of success in the PCL, but what happened, man, with them free throws? Like what was going on in your head?
Free throws was like a problem for me like the whole year, but like I was just brushing it off. Like I don't gotta worry about it. We still gonna win it regardless. Like that's just my mindset. So it ended up getting me back in the biggest game of the PCL. So it just showed me I had to work on it.
Right. It's never not like you can never stop working. And I feel like even that you miss those free throws, your confidence is always like I don't think nobody can really steer you off the game when I've been looking at it. But the free throws, that's on you. Like that's you. So how did you feel about committing to Baylor, and what was like the 3 things that made you commit to Baylor?
I felt like great. Like after I finished the visit, I felt like that was the place where I wanted to go play college. It was like the family environment for one, and then like how big of a priority they made me, and then just the way like their system is and they let their guards play.
Right. So what would you say? Because a lot of people like probably think like, why did you commit so early, or like why you didn't leave your options open and stuff like that? Like
I would just say like you can tell in your heart and like when your people in your circle talk to you, like you know when it's the right place. So I didn't feel like there was no point in waiting. That's what I wanted.
Right. So how did it feel to receive Gatorade Player of the Year with averaging 22.2 points a game? Like
it felt crazy because like it was unexpected because obviously everybody thought Justin was gonna get it. So when I first knew I got it, like I had called my dad, and it was crazy. But he already knew, so I was like, man.
And I feel like you beat out somebody that's already going to school, already there already.
Yeah, he was the number 1 player at that point, so I was like, there's no way I was getting it.
Yeah.
I knew they was like, my coaches was telling me that I got like selected to like be a person that could get it, but to actually get it, I was honored and blessed.
Okay, that's what's up. So, man, you had an amazing summer playing basketball in every league. Every time you picked up a ball this summer, I feel like I was hearing your name, or they were saying you did this, you did that. But like, do you think those free throws impacted this summer? Like,
I think they definitely did because it's crazy because I won a couple games off free throws this year. The Lightning game we played them, then the jail 3 game at Peach Jam. Then I just played New York versus New York like a week ago or 2, and I won free throws. So it's crazy.
Okay, you feel me? A comeback story, man. That's what it's about. So like, Team Final is a legendary program. Like I've been watching Team Final since the day it started. But like, what went into you choosing Team Final, and how do you feel that you're not gonna be able to play no more?
Well, choosing Team Final, that was like a decision me and my dad, because it was either Philly Pride or Team Final, like for the 2 options, and we just knew that Nike was like a bigger market,
right?
And that I'm a small guard. Well, I was like real small at that time, but I grew a little bit. But still, it was gonna be tough, and he knew I was good enough, and we both knew I was good enough to play against them Nike players. So it was really that, and then not playing AAU was like
it's crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Blasphemy.
Yeah,
play this.
Crazy.
So, what went into your decision to transfer to Montverde Academy, and you already signed a Baylor? Like a lot of kids don't understand that. So could you like explain it for them?
I would say it's like a growing step before Baylor. It's like more I can accomplish, more for me to work on, a bigger market, bigger place, bigger platform. So I just think it's just another step for me getting better.
Right. So, what do you love most about the sport of basketball? Because I feel like basketball do a lot for people, like especially being from the inner city places. Like it could take you out of here, it could put you in different positions, it can have you places in your life that you've never been at.
I love the fact that like when you play basketball, you really take it serious and put your all into it, that you can actually get something out of it in the real world just from playing basketball. So.
Right. So, as far as playing basketball, I know you do that, but what you do outside of basketball? Like, what you do for fun outside of basketball?
Outside of basketball, I like spend time with my family, like recently, because I know I'm not gonna be with them. But then I got to go with my friends, go to the movies, stuff like that. or I just go come get shots up, just get in the gym.
Okay. But I know with this basketball thing, like you being a player you are, like it come with a lot of fame and stuff like that. But how the girls treat you? Like what's going on with that, man? Because you seem like a real chill bull, but I know when you playing in this light, like it comes with a lot of perks.
Yeah, I mean I would say like it's kind of easy. I don't want to be cocky.
Listen, that's what they want to hear. So I feel like on a serious note, like you had a good foundation, like you told us, but your foundation compared to some of your teammates that might come from a one-parent household, do you feel like that was an advantage to you or a disadvantage?
I would say it's an advantage because I'm always getting the truth, no matter if I want to hear it or not. So, like, I got a truth teller, so I'm always hearing both sides of the story, not just getting like when I'm doing good, I'm getting the bad too. So
Right.
it's good.
Who you think is the voice of reason, like the person that tell you like, yo, you on BS right now?
No, that's my dad.
Oh, it's your dad? I figured that. So, like, just like we talked about your dad, how you got a great support system, you Rob Wright III. Like, what does that Wright last name mean to you?
It mean a lot to me because my papa, like, he got a street named after him next to his house mortuary business. So it's just I know that I gotta keep it going because my dad doing his part. So I just gotta keep the name going. So it's big.
Right, and just keep it in that positive light. You feel me? Because you definitely a big brother, which goes on to my next question. Like, how does it feel being the oldest? You the oldest of your siblings, right? And they all looking at you and seeing what you're doing. They like to play basketball too, but they seeing like I feel like they getting firsthand vision and seeing how you doing all this stuff, so they know the do's and the don'ts.
I would say it's like a blessing because I'm getting to like lay down the foundation for like what they can do, and like what they can look forward to doing. So it's a blessing.
Would you call it pressure though?
Nah, I wouldn't call it pressure because it's something that like they just my little brother and like siblings, so it's not really pressure.
And I feel like when you doing bad, they gonna let you know too, right?
Yeah, it's definitely.
So tell me about a time like with this. You had a crazy summer, so like I don't feel like you felt uncomfortable anytime. But I know like it don't have to be basketball. It can be something off the court. When is the time you felt the most uncomfortable?
That would have to be when like we was first trying to tell Neumann like about like my decision to go to Montverde. That was like uncomfortable because I had to tell my teammates and stuff because I've been with them since 9th grade year. So it was 3 years in. So
I feel like it's harder to tell probably the coaching staff and stuff like that rather than the teammates because I feel like in this generation y'all understand that I'm trying to go chase something and I understand it's going to get me better. So I don't feel like your teammates probably take it some type of way, but coaches sometimes feel some type of way even though they know this is for the better. So what did you learn from that situation?
I learned that like you just gotta like keep it 100 with people and just tell them the truth on like what you see out of it, what you think you can get out of it, and then they gonna respect your decision.
Right. So high school basketball and college basketball in the last year or so has made a lot of advances as far as paying athletes, sponsorship, stuff like that. And how do you feel that the NIL will affect the future? Like, how do you feel about it?
I think it's going to affect the future crazy because kids are making this much money. So it's just like it's no limit to what they can make right now. So I think it's a good thing and a bad thing because some kids can get sidetracked and stuff. But it's also good for the kids who really worked hard and put their like everything into this game.
Right. I definitely feel that they kind of can get sidetracked because thinking about the money to whereas if you just get better, it's going to come.
Yeah.
Right. So what talked about your family, we talked about all your siblings and stuff like that, but what pushes you every day to keep going?
I would say just my love for the game. Like, I'd rather do nothing else but play basketball, get better at basketball, and make it to the NBA one day. So.
Okay. And with all those things, just like we said, like basketball opens up a lot of opportunities, but when it works for you, you gotta figure out something else. Like, you know what I'm saying, what you want to do outside of the sport.
I'm still thinking about that, but I think I would probably go to like my dad, like had rental properties and stuff like that. So I probably invest into that.
Okay, that's smart. You feel me? Because you already got a background in it. You already know somebody that's doing it. That's smart. That's what rich people do anyway. Like, you feel me? So, as far as like you playing basketball, I talked about how it come with other opportunities, but do you understand like how much of an influence you are like to the younger generation and stuff like that? Like, we talked about your siblings and stuff like that, but it's just like you got a lot of, it's just like you said, you was at a game, kids running up to you, you like that, but you also know like when it go left, it's gonna be people saying anything to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like I just know you gotta take the good with the bad. So like, it's just keep your head up, just keep working.
Okay. So, when is the most confident you think you ever been?
I wouldn't say it was the time I'm the most confident, but because I work out a lot, so I'm always like confident whenever I'm like rolling and stuff like that. So it's not just like a time I was most confident.
Right. Okay. So, if I was reading a newspaper 4 years from now, what would the headline in the newspaper be about Rob Wright?
How a kid from Wilmington, Delaware made it to the NBA.
Wow. So, like, you know, like y'all got people already in the NBA, like Busy Bones, like people that been there and stuff like that, or had chances. But you know, like once you there, Wilmington, one of those cities, like they want that spotlight. So, do you think like, all right, once you get it, you think, how are you going to handle it though? Like, cause you already know how it is. You from Wilmington, you from the inner city, you know what it is. Once y'all make it out, y'all gonna say y'all better than everybody. That's how I think, right?
Yeah.
So, but you know, the pressure come with that. But like, I feel like you ready for that. You ready to put the city on your shoulders.
I think I definitely am, because not only do I want to like just be in the NBA for a couple of years, I want to like actually have a good career.
Right, I feel that. So it's a lot of kids like we talked about look up to you, watch you play, watch your every move, and sooner or later they're gonna be wearing the same haircut as you, they're gonna wear the same sneakers as you, it's just like that's how it goes. So what would you tell the kids that look up to you and want to do the same things as you? What would you tell them to do with their goals in the future?
I would just tell them to not worry about like the rankings and stuff like that, and just like keep working, like make sure you have a truth teller to make sure you're telling you the good and the bad, like what you're doing, and just like to keep your head down, to keep working.
Right. So this is episode 45 of The Concrete. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Keep showing love, keep commenting, keep subscribing. Appreciate my guy Rob Wright for coming on. Appreciate the Team Final program for having us. Peace.